This time, Sonny Gladys, Mr. Doddsy, coaching extraordinaires. How are we, boys?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, very good.
Pre-season start, as you can see behind us. How's it all been going since we've kicked it all off again?
Yeah, the boys have come back really fit. They're really sharp. What we're now 4 sessions in, and yeah, it's like they've never been away.
Okay, excellent. So traditionally in Grinstead, pre-season's a bit of a chaotic time for our club. What's been different since you boys have been around? What have you implemented in the club from different before?
The main thing that I think is the communication between myself, Matt, Sonny, hasn't stopped since we kicked the last ball. You know, we kicked the last ball at Walton and Hershams, and we was already planning what this session was going to look like. We was already planning people that we wanted to be coming in. We was already planning what pattern we was going to play, because we knew so much more about the league than we did last year. So really, I think that's been the main thing for us, is that it just hasn't really stopped. You know, we feel like we've just carried on from where we left off, winning games, looking good, passing the ball. You know, they're the type of things we're going to be carrying on all year. So I think we're a bit ahead of everybody else, I would imagine.
I'd like to think so. We've asked for little things that many people wouldn't see off the pitch as well, which the club have been really good with. Things like training kit. Obviously, we've got manager's kit. You can see the boys are all running around wearing the same stuff. I just think when you turn up to training, you've got a nice facility to train in that's your own. You've got the youth team training with us as well, so there's a clear pathway for them boys to aspire to come in and train with the first team, and just looks a lot more professional. Gives the boys a little bit of an edge, gives them a little bit of a feel where they're doing things properly. And we're a young squad, we're a young side. We have to be, we want to be, and you know, when they turn up and they see that all the footballs are matching, all the cones are brand new, all the bibs are smelling fresh, things like that. It's small things to some people, but to us it makes a real big difference. We aspire to go as high as we can go, and we want the boys to be the same. So we feel that we should treat them as if they're already at that next level.
Excellent. So you've got several new additions into the squad to start the season.
Yeah.
How close is the squad now to where you want it to be for the start of the season? Do you think this is pretty much what we're looking at, or are we looking at new additions still?
Pre-season new additions will always become available. People will be released. People will, you know, there will be people that we'll see and target and maybe think, oh, you know, we didn't know about them, that they were available. But I think if we was to go into our first game of the season with those bunch of lads that are training at the moment, I think we'd all be very, very happy. And I certainly think that the board and the fans are going to be over the moon this year with some of the talent and some of the exciting players that we've brought in already. Yeah. So, you know, any additions are only going to be positive. I would be very, very surprised if we're losing anybody throughout pre-season, because, like we say, the way that we've done things, the professionalism, the way the boys are treated, everything like that has been spot on to now. They ain't going to find many non-league clubs, certainly around our level, that are doing things the way that we are. So any additions that we do add are only going to be positive. So.
Brilliant. So Matt's been here now, this is his first pre-season. What is it that Matt brings to the table as a manager for you boys?
I just feel that I bounce off of Matt. He's a manager. He puts a lot of trust in you. Myself as a young coach, first time at this level as well. I've come in with Matt last pre-season here from Belvedere. Came in just a shadow really, but ended up taking the ball by the horns and pushing on and doing all right. And when Matt got himself a move to East Grinstead and obviously a league above into the Ryman South, he asked me to come with him. So it was a bit of the unknown, but I just feel that Matt's put a lot of trust in myself, and hopefully I feel like I'm rewarding him. You know, just he wants to go as high as he can go. I want to go as high as I can go. I don't know where that will be, but for now it's at this level, and we're more than happy. We brought in some great players to this club. We finished the season strong last year. Last season was an experience that the fans don't want to experience again. The club doesn't want to experience again, and I know for sure that myself, Matt and Doddsy, we definitely don't want to be in a relegation battle. We don't feel we will be. With the squad that we've got at the moment, we're quietly confident we'll have a good season.
I think the thing that Matt brings as well is that, you know, I think it speaks for itself that you've got myself and Sonny that are standing here. You know, this is my first managerial position since stepping away from playing, and obviously we know that Sonny's, you know, a young coach, an excellent young coach. And I think Matt, the main thing for Matt is Matt doesn't care about names. He's not a man for, you know, oh, who's this player that's done this and done that. If you're doing the job and you're doing it well and you're doing it to the standard that he wants, he will give you the opportunities. We've got young players like George Wallace and people like that, Toby, that are going to be coming through next year, that are going to get a lot of Ryman League games. Other clubs will be saying, you know, give it another year, you're only 17, you're only 18. that's not how Matt works, and that's not how we want to work. If you're good enough, we don't care what your name is. You know, you'll be on the team and you'll be standing in front of the cameras like we are. So
brilliant. So Crawley Town Saturday, bit of a coup for us to get a friendly against them. Looks like they're bringing a decent squad down there.
Yeah.
What does a club like us get out of a friendly like that pre-season?
Hopefully a good turnout, first and foremost through the gate. The club have been working tirelessly on the pitch, so we'll have a nice pitch come Saturday. So hopefully it'll be a good spectacle for the people that do come down and support the local teams, not just the local team. Obviously Crawley being a local side as well. But I think we'll give Crawley a good game. I really do. Like I say, we've got a lot of young boys who have been at professional clubs themselves, so they know what it's about. They train at those levels. They've come in here. They're doing things much the same. So I'd like to think that bringing Crawley Town to town to play against us will be good for the local people to come in and have a look, and hopefully we can surprise one or two people with just how good we are, and they might want to come back and watch us a few more times.
So obviously now, coming talking to you boys from the supporters aspect, you had your happy band of guys behind the goal last season, small in number but followed you everywhere. What does it mean to you boys to have supporters coming and following the team? And how do we get people to buy into the fact that this is a club that's open and honest and wants people to come and watch it?
It means everything to us, to be honest with you. I mean, it was probably one of the biggest factors and probably one of the biggest things that come up in conversation with us at the end of the year was that, we didn't just feel that we needed to do it for ourselves. It was genuinely, there were people there that were travelling to the Ramsgates, to the horrible places on Tuesday nights and stuff like that were spending good money to come and watch the team, and we felt like we owed it to them, and I think that carries on this season. Now we feel that we owe it to those people to go and tell their friends, to tell their friends, to tell their friends to come and watch us, because we are going to play an exciting brand of football, and we are going to go for it properly this year. We ain't going to be holding anything back. That's the main thing. So people want to come and watch an exciting, young, vibrant, team that wants to go somewhere. Then this is the place to come and watch your football, I think, on a Saturday afternoon. So.
Excellent, guys. Well, listen, really appreciate your time. Absolutely looking forward to being one of those crazy boys behind the goal saving this season, and wish you both all the best, and we're right behind you, so all the best for the season.
Thank you.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Cheers.